How do you feel physically?
Good. I feel like, it's definitely progressed. Like if you would have told me I felt like this the day it happened, I didn't think at all that I thought my season was over. I thought it was done. So to go out there to practice and catch a couple balls and be out there was fun in itself. And I'm grateful that, for our trainers and all those guys, I worked with, Nick a lot and Matt, and they helped me out a ton, and just grateful for, their time. And there's still work to be done and healing to be done, all that kind of stuff. But it's been good.
Yeah, in the moment, it's a pretty severe thing, and not that it's not, but it feels like we could see it soon.
Yeah. I mean, initially, definitely, thought that I was going to have to get surgery and all that kind of stuff, and was able to avoid that. It was an option, and the other option was to let it heal and see how it kind of progressed. Obviously, if you get surgery, then it's over. So I wanted to, hold on to some hope to come back and play football, and it's been a process, but it's been good.
When did you know it wasn't as bad as you thought it was? Did you have an MRI the next day?
Yeah, it was the next day. It was really, it was pretty much what they thought. It just wasn't. You don't know until you really get in there. There was definitely some damage done in there and that kind of thing, and a tear and all that kind of stuff, but was kind of just an option. Hey, we can either let this thing heal and see if it heals, or we can just go in and operate on it and do all that. And obviously if you do that, then your season's over. So I wanted to come back and have an opportunity to play, and I don't know when that is, whether it's, obviously you have a little bit of time once you come back and practice to you have to get activated and all that kind of stuff, but just to go out there today and catch a couple balls and be out there felt good.
How did it happen? I know it was obviously at Lambeau. Do you know?
Routine play. I just went to go insert, and the guy went to go block. I thought the ball was going to hit behind me, and the ball ended up hitting on the other side, on the backside, and so I was just going to go wall him off, and then he ended up hitting, and I just went to go grab, and my arm just kind of got caught, and really I just felt something I had never felt before in my pec, and so just.
It's like you ran right off. It's like you knew.
I couldn't really do much with my arm in that moment, and it was whatever. But yeah.
So you weren't blocking.
Excuse me.
You weren't blocking.
I was trying to. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sorry if you were asked this already, Mike, but what would it mean to you to get back on the field this weekend?
At any point this year, it would mean a lot. Just because when you get in the position that you think your season's over, and there's a potential for it to be over, and there's an option to kind of just call it and say, all right, we know what the outcome is if you get surgery and it all comes back together, and you know what that outcome is, but to not get surgery and to let it heal and all that kind of stuff, you don't know what that outcome is going to be. So there's definitely some thought that went into that, but to have the option to just come back and play football at some point this season, it's what I love to do, man. That's why I'm here, and I'm grateful for any opportunity at some point and the back half of this season.
You have 2 games in 8 days. Does that factor in at all, like coming back one versus knowing you're going to have a game 4 days later?
No, and I don't know if it's going to be.
I'm not trying to paint you.
No, I know. I don't know when it's really going to be completely honest with you. So I don't know if that's really going to play a big factor in it, but I do think that. If you're good to play one, you're good to play the other. I don't think there's going to be, especially with the Thursday night structure, it's not really a physical week leading into the game and things like that, but there's a lot of hurdles that I need to cross to even be out there, sooner than that. So.
Nobody obviously ever wants to be injured, but you had a baby right around the time you got injured. Is that a little bit of a silver lining that you got to spend some more time than you usually would?
That was the only silver lining, but it was a big one for sure. It's been a really cool experience. It's just time that I would have never ever had. So obviously would love to be here in those moments and play football and all that, and fulfill my job. But given that I couldn't, those moments were super special, and it's something that I've had a lot of fun doing. So yeah.
What was the date of that? What was the date of birth?
October 8th. Yeah, so it was before the Packers game. Yeah.
Is this your first ever stint on IR?
Yeah, ever. Yeah. Before this, I'd missed one game in my 8 years, so this is uncharted territory for sure. So it's been interesting navigating that and just the awkward like free time, you know, because it's like I don't want the free time right now. I want the free time in March, but it is what it is, and so yeah, it's been interesting.
How much could you do in terms of like conditioning and stuff? Were you off limits on being able to really run?
Really run? Yeah, I couldn't. I mean, because just pumping your arm in general. Yeah, so it's been. I mean, our trainers have done awesome. Like the plan that they put in place for me and all the resources that they've given me. But it's definitely been an interesting recovery.
Did you do any team 11 on 11 today, or were you not?
It's really just kind of like working way back into it, you know. So especially there's no pads and things like that, so you don't want to get anything caught up and things like that. So yeah.
The only reason I'm asking, Joe's first 11 on 11 was today. I was just going to ask how you thought he looked.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I'm out there watching him for sure. He looks sharp. It looks, you know, like he's been, you know, doing this for a while, and he didn't lose the ability to throw the football. I'll tell you that much. So yeah.
I know you're never surprised, but it seems like what we can see when we're out there, I'm like, it looks like if you didn't know, you wouldn't know that Joe had been out, like moving around in the pocket and everything. Does that surprise you a little bit, or?
Nothing really surprised me, to be quite honest with you, with him. Just how he carries himself, the work he puts in, and you know, he put in a lot of time to get to this point. Whenever the world gets to see it, I don't know, but I mean, just for him to get here, our trainers know Nick has done a fantastic job. He's spent a lot of time with Joe throughout this process, and he's really spent given, you know, all he's had, and you know, Joe's taken it and ran with it and worked with it, and so you know, they've worked really well together. So.
More importantly for you, are there any restrictions on baby holding? Like, could you not?
There was at first, yeah. Yeah, right. There was at first. That was one of my first questions. I'm sitting in the locker room in Green Bay, and after they told me, you know, what they thought it was and how long it was going to be, and at that point, it was assumed to be, you know, season ending, and I was like, all right, like, am I going to like hold a kid? Like, I'm gonna be in a sling. So there was definitely some of that to navigate, but it's been an interesting process. But happy to be where I'm at now. So
I played some of every special team last year: vice, gunner, right tackle, kickoff number 2. So you know, when Darren called my name for me to be there, I'm gonna do whatever he need me to do to help this team win.
Do you still call it vice when you're one-on-one with a gunner?
No, that's you solo. Yeah. Vice is when we double teaming. Yeah, double teaming a gunner. Yeah. Facts. Just helping on the scout team, getting some extra reps. But I was playing more gunner today. But when I got a chance to go out there and help, I go out there and help.
What have the past 3 months, essentially, when you've been on injured reserve, what has it been like?
You said, what has it been?
Yeah, just how's it been? How's this been for you, this process?
It's like I said, this is my first time being away from football. So when you are away from something that you really love, like, you really learn how to not take it for granted and not, you know, really take full advantage of and not waste no opportunity. So I think it helped me a lot on my mental side. Whenever
you do get back, whenever you are out on the field, what do you think is going to go through your head, considering you just said that? Do you think it's going to feel a little different initially?
I feel like what's going to go through my head is whatever I could do to help this organization win, because that's what we need right now. We just need some wins on our belt and get the confidence and get us going the right way.
You see the defense struggling the way it has for the better part of a month.
Yeah.
What goes through, because these are your guys, even if you're not out on the field, what is that like?
I won't necessarily say I see them struggling. I just see, like, it's the NFL, man. Everybody's good. So some days you're going to have your days. Some days we just got to play complementary football and bring everybody together.